What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links farm video. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to successfully farm Hassleberry at level 40. Huge shout out to James for this deck list. Basically, this deck list that I'm going to be using is from James's farm deck video, because I was looking up online and I wanted to see some farm decks and what people are using. I did notice, though, with James' farm deck video is that he put 2 decks in the description, but this deck that I'm going to be using and showcasing in today's video, he did not cover in his video. So this is going to be a full breakdown on how to properly use this farm deck against Hassleberry at level 30 and 40, but just keep in mind that this is probably not the best version. I've been having some mixed success with this build, so if you want to try out some different builds, please go check out James's channel, link in the description down below if you haven't already have heard of him, of course. But yeah, seriously, go check out James's video on this. He showcased the Dark Necrofear deck if you guys are more interested in that, but I'm going to be trying out this Yubel deck and showing you guys the upsides and downsides to this build, and let's get going on to this one. So what we're going to be using is we're going to be using the My Name is Yubel skill from Yubel. What this allows you to do is that you can return a Yubel Terran Incarnate or Ultimate Nightmare to add a Yubel to your hand, and basically the deck list follows. We have 1 copy of the Ultimate Nightmare, 1 copy of Terran Incarnate, 3 copies of Yubel, 1 copy of the Winged Dragon of Ra, we have 1 copy of Sangan, 1 copy of the Lucius the Shadow Vassal, 1 copy of Fire King Avatar Barong, 3 copies of Yaksha, 1 copy of Callow Claw Crow, 3 copies of Golden Ladybug, 3 copies of Fire King Island, and the only change I made to my build is that I added the Aegis of Gaia, thing. If you have Solemn Wishes, be sure to run that card. I could actually check if I have it, but I believe I don't. Yeah, I have Flying Fish, so I can't really play Solemn Wishes, but if you have Solemn Wishes, run that over this card right here. But since I don't, we're going to substitute that card with Aegis of Gaia. Basically, how this farm deck works, and I'll go show you guys a dual replay that I have of farming Yubel, but basically how it works is the objective is literally just get Yubel out in the field. Once you get Yubel Terran Incarnate onto the board, you're pretty much set for most of the farm, but I will explain one thing, is that be careful of Jurassic Impact from Hassleberry. Like, that card will actually is able to kill Yubel, and for some reason you're not able to trigger Yubel's effect to summon the Ultimate Nightmare, and I don't know why, but it happens like that. So be afraid or be worried about Jurassic Impact. I'll show you how to recover from that though on my dual replay, but literally all you want to do is that you want to use either your Fire King Avatar Yaksha, or you want to use Fire King Island with Yubel, destroy Yubel with their effect, and then summon it into Terra Incarnate, and then for the most part you're pretty much smooth sailing from there. The NPC can't attack into this monster whatsoever. They just keep summoning Hassleberry just keeps summoning dino monsters, and that's literally about it, and you pretty much get the win right there. But I will show you my dual replay that there's a lot of mishaps that happen because Hassleberry's dinosaur deck is honestly insane. That deck is absolutely wild, so let's go take a look at that. I will say though, I did finally get 1 singular copy of the best card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, Little Dinosaur, Little D, my boy. Yeah, I can't wait to get 2 more copies of this guy. I'm so glad he's finally in the game. Hopefully I can get some more, but like so far I only got 1. Let's go switch to the dual replay though that I've saved. Let's go check them out real quick. I only saved 1. I actually had 2. I had 1 where it worked out perfectly, like it went great, but I forgot to save it. I got like 22,000 attack and I was perfectly fine, but this one on the other hand was pretty rough. Like honestly, this Yubel deck works perfectly against level 30 if you don't brick, but if you even if you do not brick and go against level 40, Hassleberry, you just get it's yikes. Like he just absolutely smacks you. It's honestly crazy. So yeah, we're going against Hassleberry right here versus Yubel. Let's go see what happens. Boom, bada bang. We are going first. So yeah, Hassleberry starts off with a 25 card deck. No, he starts off with a 30 card deck, which is honestly insane, but his is like a banished dino deck, and it's crazy. Anyways, though, we open up with a pretty good hand. We have Yubel, Fire King Yaksha, Lucius the Shadow Vassal, and Sangan, and what we're going to be doing is that we're literally going to set Yaksha and pass. He's going to summon his Giant Rex, attack into our guy, and what we're going to do is we're going to destroy Yubel and special summon Yubel Terra Incarnate. So that's awesome right there. What this card does is basically each time during your end phase, you destroy every single monster on the field, including yours. So what I do is that I draw 2 Golden Ladybug, gain the life points, set Sangan, and destroy a Sangan and my opponent's monster. Sangan effect actually activates, and we're able to add a 1,500 or less monster from our deck to our hand, so I add Yubel to my hand. So I wanted to second copy of Yubel because Hassleberry has this card called Jurassic Impact, and once you have higher life points than him, he sacrifices like 2 monsters, I believe, and then like kill everything on the board. It's crazy. You guys will see this in this replay. So even though I don't get an 8,000 score in this replay specifically, it does showcase the detrimental effect of Jurassic Impact. That is for sure. Anyways, so we draw into Ra, we draw into Fire King Island. We have a setup to where in case if Hassleberry uses Jurassic Impact on us, we're able to survive, which is fine. We got double Golden Ladybug. We're looking good. Everything's looking good so far. And this is kind of how it is. Next up, what I do is instead of discarding, I actually set my Fire King card. I don't think Hassleberry has any back row removal. Haven't seen that just yet, so I think setting Fire King Island should be fine. So don't worry about that. Feel free to set Fire King Island, but just keep in mind, just try your best to keep a hand where you have Yaksha in your hand, or you have Fire King Island in your hand with Yubel, just in case if he takes out your Terra Incarnate. Another thing to keep in mind too is that prioritize saving Yaksha. Don't ever discard Yaksha, because the only time you can use the effect of Fire King Island to destroy your Yubel to summon in Terra Incarnate again is by during your main phase destroy a monster in your hand you control, and if you do, add a Fire King monster from your deck to your hand. If you have no more Fire King monsters in your deck, you cannot add Yubel or do the effect where you destroy Yubel and everything like that. That actually happened to me in one of my previous farms. I was doing it pretty successfully until I needed to summon Yubel again, and I forgot that I had zero Fire King cards in my Fire King cards in my deck, and I wasn't able to use Fire King Island to destroy it, so keep in mind of that. Next up, though, we draw into Barong. I don't really know what the purpose of Barong too much, but basically with, like, for this deck specifically, I do not know exactly why James added it to the deck, but if a face-up Fire King monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special this card from your hand. During your next standby phase, after this card is destroyed, add a Fire King card from your deck to your hand. So I guess it's deck thinning. If you open up with this guy, you can deck thin, because you can destroy this card with Terra Incarnate. So I guess that could be an option if you wanted to go for that. Maybe I should have summoned Barong in attack position so I could thin out my deck even more for some more draw power. That's probably why it's in there, is just for draw power purposes. But yeah, we discard Yubel. We only need one Yubel in hand, not two. And then Hassleberry does this crazy banish stuff. Like, I don't understand what's going on, but this banishing stuff is, like, insane. Like, Hassleberry has, like, this deck that he has is, like, pretty crazy, honestly. It really is. But though we draw, we get our stuff, and this is where shit hits the fan. Okay, so yeah, we draw into Golden Ladybug, gain some attack, and then he activates Jurassic Impact. If you control 2 or more dinosaur-type monsters and your life point is lower than your opponent, destroy as many monsters in the field as possible, and if you do, take 1,000 damage for each monster destroyed. Then inflict damage to your opponent equal to the damage you took. Till the end phase, after this card is activated, you need to play a normal summon or a special summon. So yeah, it's crazy, and for some reason, yeah, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, you can't summon Terra Incarnate through after Jurassic Impact happens. I don't understand why. If some of you guys can tell me about the rulings on that, that'd be appreciated. But yeah, for some reason, Jurassic Impact just kills your Yubel, and you can't summon into the Ultimate Nightmare, which is just weird to me. Anyways, though, we activate Fire King Island. We destroy Yubel in our hand and add Yaksha to our hands. We get some of that deck thinning action. Summon Yubel right there, and boom, bada bang, there we go. We got that Terra Incarnate. Destroy the Paratorderon, or whatever you call it. I can't talk today. Talking is so difficult for me. I don't know why. And then we discard the Ultimate Nightmare because we didn't need it in hand. Yep, then he just goes for combos. But honestly, after this, it was smooth sailing. I was pretty paranoid, though. I was really worried. Just the fact that possibly I could have lost in this one. But yeah, I don't know. It was fine. We went through it pretty smoothly, honestly. So there's that. Take 1,000 damage. Whoop-de-doo. Add some life points with Golden Ladybug. Discard Fire King Island. Not bad. And Melosaurus going to do this effect. See, Hassleberry can summon so many monsters, but he just can't attack into the Terra Incarnate because he would lose and take damage. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Ultimate Tyranno. That's pretty cool. I actually seen Hassleberry's animation on that. It looks so clean. It really does. But yeah, we can do Golden Ladybug again. Draw it. Discard Fire King Island. Didn't really need it. We already have one face up on the board. Next up, Hassleberry summons the 7k Tyranno Infinity. Absolutely insane. Okay, so as you guys can see, I do not have enough life points to go for the final kill just yet. Or actually, oh yeah, I did get over 10,000 damage, but what happened, you guys will see. So yeah, this guy activates Fossil Evacuation, then summons the Superconductor Tyranno. So the only issue with this farm, or one of the issues with this farm, is that the Terra Incarnate effects only activates during your end phase. So since this guy had 3,300 attack and I didn't have enough life points to compensate for it, I wasn't able to get over 10,000 damage. If I drew into my Ages of Gaia card a long time ago, I would have, I don't know why, this card was at the bottom of my deck. If this card wasn't at the bottom of my deck, I would have been able to get to 10,000 damage, but sadly that did not happen. Anyways though, final turn, what we're going to do is We're going to gain as much life points as we can with Golden Ladybug. Next up, we're going to special summon Callow Claw Crow, however you pronounce this card. This is a wing beast with the effect if you control a dark monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can special summon one of these guys once per turn this way. And then next, we special summon our Shadow Vassal by banishing a dark monster from our graveyard. So now we have 3 monsters on the field, and we all sacrifice them up for the Winged Dragon Ra. We're going to activate Winged Dragon Ra's effect to gain all that attack points. And I was paranoid at this part right here. I was worried that something bad would happen, but luckily with Survival Instinct, this didn't save Hassleberry. It just didn't give him enough life points that he wanted. Probably would have been in a better spot if he didn't activate his Jurassic Impact, but, you know, it's all good. But yeah, then we go for the attack right there. He banishes all of his Dino monsters, trying his best to survive, but that Survival Instinct's not going to work out for Hassleberry, and yeah, we take him out. It only did 9100 damage, which does suck, but we still got 7,000 points. I was actually able to pull what was it? I pulled the SR card, I think Jurassic World. I forget what it was. What was it? Let me go look it up real quick, actually. It was one of the, oh yeah, it was Volcanic Eruption. That's what I pulled. So I actually pulled that, which is awesome. So that's really cool right there. But yeah, that's how you farm Hassleberry. This deck kind of works like, it's like been 50-50% for me. If you brick, and you just really can't win, Hassleberry will overrun you with his monsters. But if you can get that Terra Incarnate out on the board turn 1, you're going to be good to go for this farm. Just be aware of Jurassic Impact. But yeah, if this video did help you guys by any means and you're able to get some successful farms, be sure to go hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more content from me. If you guys want to too, go to the description down below and join my Discord. I'll be talking in there. I've been talking in there recently, so I'd love to see some of you guys in there. And then last but not least, if you guys want to support the channel an extra mile, you can become a YouTube member today. You get special emotes for premieres and live streams, so check that out too. And yeah, I think it's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video, and I'll go see you guys in the next one. Peace out.